Imagine this. You're sitting with a group of friends. One of them makes a joke about you. Maybe about the way you look, how you talk, or something you're insecure about. Everyone laughs. You force a smile. You pretend it doesn't bother you. But later, when you're alone, those words replay in your head. Why did that hurt so much? You tell yourself it was just a joke. But deep down, it didn't feel like one. And the worst part, if you ever speak up, they hit you with, "Relax, it's just a joke. You're too sensitive." And just like that, you become the problem. Not the joke. Not them. But here's the truth. There's nothing funny about words that make you question your worth. Today we're breaking down the dark psychology of humor, how it's used to manipulate, dominate, and slowly tear people apart. Why people use jokes to hurt. Jokes aren't always about laughter. Sometimes they're about power. Weaponized humor. Some people use jokes to say things they'd never have the courage to say directly. Instead of admitting their true thoughts, they wrap them in humor, so they can't be held accountable. The social test. Ever notice how some jokes start subtle and get worse over time? That's because they're testing your reaction. If you let it slide once, they'll push further next time. Psychological superiority. Making someone the butt of the joke creates a power imbalance. The one who jokes looks confident and dominant, while the one who gets joked about looks weak and passive. But the most dangerous manipulation tactic? Gaslighting through humor. The gaslighting effect. How just kidding is psychological manipulation. When someone says something hurtful and follows it with, "I was just joking. You need to lighten up. You're overthinking it." They're not apologizing. They're not even acknowledging your feelings. They're making you doubt your own emotions. This is called gaslighting humor, and it works by making you question reality. Was that actually mean, or am I being dramatic? Training you to stay silent. If every time you speak up, you're shamed, you stop speaking up. Breaking your self-trust. Over time, you lose confidence in your own emotions. You start accepting things that once hurt you. This is not normal. This is emotional conditioning. And if you've ever been stuck in this cycle, you're not alone. The psychological damage. How jokes shape our identity. The brain doesn't process sarcasm and humor the same way it processes direct speech. Even if a comment was meant as a joke, your subconscious mind absorbs it as truth. That's why insults disguised as jokes stick with us, even years later. If you're always joked about being dumb, you may hesitate to share your ideas. If you're always teased about your looks, you start believing you're unattractive. If people always laugh when you express emotions, you stop expressing them. This is how casual jokes shape deep insecurities. And the damage? It's scientifically proven. Studies show that repeated joking insults can lower self-esteem as much as direct bullying. Your brain doesn't register it as harmless fun. It internalizes it as truth. The worst part? The more this happens, the more your brain normalizes the pain. Until one day, you stop noticing it altogether. But here's what they don't want you to know. You can break the cycle. How to take back your power. So what do you do when someone tries to use humor to put you down? Call it what it is. Instead of laughing along, say, "That wasn't a joke. That was just mean." When you strip away the joke excuse, it forces them to face their own behavior. Flip the social pressure. If you go silent after a joke, let the awkwardness sit. Instead of you feeling uncomfortable, make them feel it. Test their intentions, ask, "What do you mean by that?" If it was an innocent joke, they'll explain. If it was meant to hurt, they'll get defensive. That reaction tells you everything. Set boundaries without guilt. If someone keeps crossing the line, you don't owe them your company. People who truly respect you won't need to test your limits. Here's the truth. If a joke leaves you questioning yourself, it was never just a joke. So ask yourself, are they making me laugh? Or are they making everyone else laugh at my expense? Because real humor never comes at the cost of someone's dignity. Have you ever been in this situation? Drop a comment. And if this video opened your eyes, imagine how much more you'll discover. Subscribe now, because every week, we uncover the hidden psychology that shapes your life. Don't just watch, become the kind of person who sees through the game. And remember this, you were never too sensitive. You were just made to believe your pain didn't matter. Your mind is your greatest weapon. It's time to take control.